ones, y'all gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. There be people out here being real shiesty. Put on the magical glasses, like Mama J. Gregory said, you can't take them off. You gotta be always on your P's and Q's. But that's why you gotta get out. Some of you chosen ones, TIs, get out of some of these environments, okay? Get out of some of these environments that you're in. You know it's not meant for you. It was actually working against you. And I'm just being honest. Definitely have to get out of some of your environments. Okay, I'm up here cleaning. I need to start cleaning. I want to eat some ice cream. And but anyway, one second. I want to go live. Want to go live. I know it's late, but chosen ones, when you're in an environment that you're not comfortable in, you have to find a way to get out of it. It doesn't get better, it gets worse. And that's just what it is. And you're a public speaker. You've been always a public speaker, and you're not afraid to speak your truth. Someone to talk about monitoring spirits. That's just on my mind right now. No, I was just up looking at videos I made. Two. I made two shorts just now. But I wanted to tell you guys, like, it be people out here playing around your house if you're a targeted individual. And they use these invisible, like these invisible markers, and I noticed them in the driveway. So you got to be very careful about monitoring spirit chosen ones, because it be people you be put in actually the area where the monitoring spirits are, or the gang stalkers. It's not the gang stalkers coming to you. Maybe you moved into the area where the gang stalkers are. Have you ever thought about that? But some of these little people, they be playing childish games. And I noticed this marker today because it wasn't there before. I noticed my environment. I noticed where I live. But this happened to me before, y'all. Especially, it happened when I was working on my taxes and I started my LLC and I was taking courses, and someone sent a book. And on the book, I looked through the book. It was a nice little notebook. This is why you have to be careful about the gifts you get, and even the things that you purchase. I turned the book over and noticed the invisible markings. Okay, that was the second time I noticed it. The first time I noticed it was when I was back home in that same house that the ceiling fell on top of my head. Now get this, spiritual investigators, intuitives, right? The house where I lived at, the ceiling fell on top of my head, then the house burnt down, the empty house next to it burnt down. But someone was coming in on my front porch, writing in those invisible silver markers. And you can get those markers at like Home Depot and stuff like that, even probably the fabric stores or something like that. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but anyway, I'm just rambling, chit-chatting, because that's what I've been doing. I always do that. But if you ever notice these invisible markers, just know, especially if it's around your home or something like that, there's a monitoring spirit in your proximity, around in your area, or know where you live, or you just moved in the area that they moved in. They're doing that on purpose, okay? And 9 times out of 10, if you trace it back, it has to be somebody who was already monitoring you. It could be the opposition that you're fighting, the spiritual battles, or the real physical life battles that you're fighting. They've paid a group, and these groups are covens. And see, the thing that some of these people trying to make that paperwork not go through, they sending my videos to these people. They're sharing in threes. Didn't I tell you about the number 3? And they watch my videos now. These monitoring proximal covens, they're trying to make that paperwork get denied. And so you better watch out. You better watch out, chosen ones. If you're a target individual, especially if you're a chosen one who's gifted and intuitive, they're taking intuitive channels down. I went to go look for a special intuitive channel that I like, and they took it down, or somebody took it down. But this is what I be saying. These people be monitoring your social media. I know when they be watching what I be watching, because when I go to it, it be late at night. Then all of a sudden they come in droves, like 10, 3, 4, 5. And I'm like, okay, but they ain't liking it. They ain't liking the video. They're monitoring what you're watching, chosen one. Oh, they got off now because they know what time it is. They're monitoring what you're monitoring. These people are in your environment, and they have access to something that they're not supposed to. That's why it's called covert stalking. Oh, sorry, my phone sound was down and I couldn't hear. Yeah, that's all right. You don't have to hear. You can always watch the replay. And if you want to skip through the video and make it go faster, put your finger on top of the screen and it makes it go faster when it's finished, okay? You can always go back and re-watch the old videos. But these monitoring spirits, I just noticed something, and I can't say what I noticed, but I had to wipe some things down. These people be monitoring your stuff. They be coming in your house. You be asleep, you be in your room. They'll come in your house and sprinkle stuff in your refrigerator. They'll sprinkle stuff, and guess what? They're doing this stuff to gaslight you, probably take pictures, and then send it to the people. They're trying to get that AOP, or they trying to put these demonic situations and spell work on you, against you, chosen one. Y'all better watch out for these people. I'm telling you, that's why I can speak in general messages, because I'm not pinpointing anyone. I'm just telling you what I noticed. Because, stuff be there, don't be there one minute, and it's there the next. And then, you know what I'm saying? The negative energy just be showing up every time, because it's a process, it's a strategy. These organizations, corporations, they be sending these people to harass you and stalk you and do little subliminal spiritual work on you guys. I'm telling y'all. Now, don't forget, the lighter was on the ground. The lighter was on the ground. Now the lighter was picked up and put on the chair, faced up with the logo up. Y'all remember that now? Remember that? Because the monitoring spirits are watching. And the monitoring spirits are reacting to what you're saying on your social media. Now, are you monitoring them? No, I'm not monitoring anyone. I'm responding to what I've been saying years ago, okay? But they're responding to my videos. This is what the gaslighters do. They're trying to gaslight me because they think I'm gaslighting them. Man, this shit crazy. It's crazy, it's weird, but no, it's the truth. And that's why they want to put in these little places, these little plays to block you, chosen ones. Hear me now. You got to listen with your spiritual ear and pay attention. Not everything that I'm saying is pertaining to the listener, okay? Not everything that I'm saying is pertaining to the people in my environment or proximity. I'm speaking spiritually intuitive messages. So how can you be saying I'm talking about you unless you're the one doing the bullshit? You get what I'm saying? So anyway, and that's why they be coming on your in your comment section too, trying to distract you from the message. And we on to that. We understand this. This is not our first rodeo, okay? So chosen ones, stay on your P's and Q's. Somebody was paid to block you. Don't know who they are. Don't know where they're from. But a lot of my spiritual messages that I've said recently in the past is coming to pass. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So this is how you know who's working against you, by paying attention to the spiritual and physical things that happen, or little messages that you see, hear, or experience. They don't like you, chosen one. Chosen one. They don't like you. Ooh, they trying to get this. They trying to shuffle them plate papers. They trying to pretend like you never talked to them. They pretending like you never said anything, and they trying to ignore whatever the requests are. They're trying to ignore the things that their job is to do for the best interest of the people that they work for, and they're not doing it, and they're gonna get fired messing with you. That's why some of these people be mad, and that's why some of these people be gang stalking too, because you keep your receipts. You be keeping your receipts about the shit they've been doing to you. You ain't been doing nothing to them purposely, but they've been purposely doing things to you, blocking that paperwork, blocking this, blocking that signature. But they're going to get exposed for blocking that, especially in the best interest of somebody that they're supposed to take care of. And then they're ignoring the request of that person to block the other person. Oh, it's on, baby. It's on. It's spiritual warfare. You know, you started it with me. You started it with the chosen one that you trying to go over their heads and thinking they slow. That's why they was trying to put that some kind of medical psychological program on the targeted individual. It's because that paperwork. Oh, glory, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What I'm doing talking to y'all about some spiritual intuition? No, that's God. Oh boy, somebody's gonna get in trouble on this big time. They gonna have the edge on their ass. They messing with a chosen one of God. Oh, they messing with a golden child. That's why them people be watching you when you go to the store. That's why they be jumping on 95 going down south. That's why they be jumping on, turning down the street real fast so you won't read that tag numbers when you see the synchronicity and you see the patterns. Oh, Lord. Chosen ones, you better get on your P's and Q's tomorrow, Monday. Tomorrow is Monday. Play no games with them. Don't go to play. You going to win, baby. You going to win. And they better have everything that they talk to you about in order. Because they don't know you have God, heavenly angels, and earth angels. That's why they got to tap your phone. That's why they got to monitor your social media, what you watching on YouTube and TikTok. That's why they want to know what other channels you have. Oh, them people are hacking into your phone. They hacking into your computer, Wi-Fi. Oh, they monitoring everything you do and taking notes, so they can take it back to the master manipulator, the master scammer on you. Oh, they mad at you. They might be thinking that they be taking stuff you saying literally on your social media, because some of them be thinking you be triggering some of them. Chosen one, you don't even know who the hell you talk about. You ain't even said nothing. You not like, you be talking in general spiritual intuitive messages, but you be out here shit. I ain't gonna say that. Triggering the mastermind. You be triggering a damn master manipulator. No, you been catching that master manipulator with they sneaky ass shit they be doing, and thinking you ain't gonna catch on. So they take pictures and say, oh, see, she did that. She did that. No, she ain't do none of that. You did it. You the gaslighter. You the monitoring spirit. You trying to get that paperwork blocked. I know what time. I knew it, chosen one. That's why something showed me that I was like, what the fuck is that on the pavement? It's some old invisible marker. Oh, these are covens. And they've been stealing from people for years. Mm, 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 mm. Glory be to God. Thank you for the information, Heavenly Father. Thank you. They blocking channels. They suppressing views. They suppressing YouTube pages and TikTok. Oh my God. They flagging channels and stuff to keep your messages from getting seen. That's why they doing it. And God letting your messages get seen anyway. And they probably listening to you somewhere. Got some hidden camera and shit, hidden recording device, watching you on supersonic cameras way down the street 2 miles away. You ain't doing nothing. But share your information. I bet you I'm monitoring spirit, Pastor. I bet you. I bet you. And I'm getting sick of this one car keep coming passing by my house every day. I come outside, I see the same old car. I go to the store, I see the same old car. That's how you know you're getting gang stalked. And it'd be girls, it'd be black women too, it'd be white men sitting backed up in the parking lot, way away from everybody that's way grouped up together. He way back in the back. He is the handler, and he's telling the street perps your information so they can slander you in the street. This is a humiliation ritual campaign. These are what humiliation ritual campaigns are all about, chosen one. It's one handler who has access and authority to have information in the system, or he's sneaking in the system and breaking all the PHI, taking it to the street, so people on the street, and then they go gossip. That's a humiliation ritual. That's the lady just got. They fired a lady, a teacher, for speaking like a black woman on her job. She'd been on her job for 17 years, and they let her go. She sued their ass and won. It wasn't a lot now. $60,000 for humiliation. The people in the comments say she should have got at least $600,000 for humiliate. You lost your job. They fired you erroneously, and you lose your job and get faced with humiliation, all in front of all your students that love you and gave you great reviews and all this stuff, and they only give you $6,000 like the commenter said, after you pay your lawyer fees and all the other stuff, maybe personal stuff. You ain't gonna have nothing but $10 in your pocket if you come out with that. Chosen, I'm telling you, it's a wicked world out here. But God is still in control. I wonder what they're gonna do with that brush. I wonder what they're going to do with that brush they stole from me. Because y'all know brushes still have our hair in it. So what they was going to do, take all my hair out of the brush, or take the brush and then test my hair thinking they're going to come up on something, or are they going to sprinkle something on the hair and then go test it? This is what I'm saying. These people are master manipulating scammers. They're monitoring spirits, doppelgangers, destiny swappers. Okay, and they don't give a damn about you. They don't like you. It's jealousy, envy, and hate. Okay? And they're getting paid by the master manipulators who are trying to win their case. Okay? Remember that. Remember that. And cases could be in anything, not just legal. It's any kind of case. Any kind of cases. Target individuals, get on your job tomorrow and handle business. Even if you can't be where you need to be, make them calls, show up, do what you need to do, write them letters. But these individuals, these covert individuals, they finna get exposed and caught for the evil shit they've been doing to some of you. Glory be to God. Let them listen. Maybe they'll change their heart. Maybe they'll change their mind about the wicked shit they've been doing to y'all. Maybe they'll tell on one of them. Okay, maybe one of them will tell on one of them and get a big check for telling on the other one. Okay, these old master manipulators, these old evildoers, these old stalkers. Anyway, so yeah, just keep your peace, chosen one. Don't step out of that box now, and don't react, but you can respond. You see right through them. This is a general spiritual messages. These are general spiritual messages from an intuitive individual. If it don't apply, let it fly. But I'm telling you guys, whatever they got conjured up for you, it ain't gonna work. That spell work is not working. That spell work is trash. They need to get it, refund them people their money back for that spell work that they trying to do, because that shit is trash. I've said I'm coming for everything that you tried to stop me from. Everything that the enemy, the devil, the witch, the warlocks, the covens, the covert stalkers, the humiliation rituals, the street perps, all of these people. I'm coming for everything that they tried to steal from me, block me from, stop me from, and all of that. You have to be like that, chosen ones. You got to be a spiritual warrior out here. You can't play no games and let these people destiny swap, steal, hurt you, maim you, and get away with it. Go for everything, every situation you got. You better write it down and go after every one of them. Some of you got battles you facing more than one at a time, and you wonder how you got your strength. Your strength come from the Lord. That's where it come from. They be playing too many games with you. Try to make you look like you dirty and all this kind of stuff. You this, you that, all that shit. They just as dirty and this and this and that, just like anybody else. Ain't nobody out here perfect. Nobody. Show me a perfect man. There was no perfect man but Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. But anyway, guys, I think that's enough. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for listening, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. This is the original Princess Bronze Media. Talk to y'all later. Get on your JOB. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Write everything you need to write down and go back to work. Okay, I'm serious. I'm talking about get on your grind with these spiritual attacks. They are real. Spiritual warfare is real. And there are people out here working in groups trying to take you down, stop you, block you, and it is not going to work. If you're a child of the living God, you know it ain't going to work, because all things always work out for those who love the Lord. Talk to you later.